What do you tell the guy who is, an average Joe who's got a 9 to 5, he's got a wife and a couple of kids, he's making okay money, he's maybe got some aspirational career things that he wants to accomplish. Like, how does that guy get into the world of fitness to ensure that not only is he doing it, but also balances it with everything else that he has going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is like, I understand if someone's like, hey, you do fitness for a living, it's easy for you to go to jiu-jitsu, do all these different things. Like, okay, all right. Like, but what other option do you have as a 9 to 5 or whatever you do for a living? Like, what option do you have not to stay fit? Like, you don't have another option. You need to stay fit for your family. Like, you need to stay fit to be the most jacked grandpa on the planet. And you need to allocate time and prioritize it. And I think everybody has 30 minutes a day to get after a workout. And if you don't, then you have to reevaluate what you're spending your time on. Because I guarantee you, if you look at it, you have 30 minutes a day to hit a quit EMOM, which I could explain more about. Or like this morning, for example, early, my daughter and I went for a walk. I put a 50-pound ruck on and I added some external load to my ruck, to my walk. So now not only am I getting time with my daughter to connect with her, but I'm also getting in some additional fitness. So that's another kind of tip that guys could take away. But I think the main question you're asking, Ryan, is like, how do guys prioritize their fitness? And I believe that once you make it a part of your routine, you'll start to realize that everything else starts to follow from it. Meaning, if you wake up an extra 30 minutes early and you just did burpees every minute on the minute, 10 of them, let's just say, or 5 of them, or whatever, if you went for a quick jog, you're going to see that your day is just going to be off to a better foot. And you just got to prioritize that and make time and find the right program. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be effective. And I could talk a lot about that, about compound movements, EMOMs, AMRAPs, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you're a guy listening who has a traditional job, ask yourself this very question, like, what other option do you have than to get in some sort of fitness? I'm not saying you have to train for 3 hours a day, but some sort of fitness almost every day. You really don't have another option, because what are you going to allow yourself to get to over time? Like, that's not okay.
Yeah, it's also interesting too, is a lot of guys will ask me, hey, Ryan, I'm trying to improve myself. Where do I start? Like, start in the gym.
Dude.
Like, what do you mean? Like, shouldn't I journal? No, I mean, yeah, sure, journal. I'm not going to bash on journal. Sure. Therapy, sure. Like, whatever your thing is. I like the gym for men, because especially if you've been out of the game for, let's say, 10 plus years and you're, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds overweight. If you go to the gym this week and you go, like you said, 30, 45 minutes per day, every day this week, and you cut out, let's just say, soda out of your diet, you are going to notice a difference in a week. Whereas journaling,
100%.
I don't know if you're going to notice the same type of difference that you'll see in your body changes in your composition over a week if you've let it go that far.
And all it takes, Ryan, is just to get sparked. So like I said, I've been hosting every week for the last 22 weeks. I've hosted a free men's club workout. So like, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, where I want to help our local community improve their fitness. And so I put it out on social, I put it on email, I put it on text, and I've seen a specific change in these men where they show up once a week, and then for the rest of the week, they try and get in whatever they can. And the energy that they bring back home is just, it's just night and day. I mean, here's the thing, like, the best gift the CrossFit Games ever gave me was not like the money, the prizes, all that stuff. It was really the ability to overcome microdose of adversity through competition. And I think you could do that same thing in the gym. Like, I think men who show up in the gym, who don't want to do it, but tell themselves they need to, who don't want to get that next rep, but they do it, they're all of a sudden, they're learning how to overcome these small doses of adversity. And I think when they leave the gym, it makes a huge difference. Like, I think learning how to talk to yourself in a more positive versus negative way, like you're coaching yourself through a workout, both of those things and earning your confidence carry over super well to real life. Like, and I'm a big believer in this, because so my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia in 2016 and she's doing well now. But through that journey, I specifically saw the impacts that going into the gym had on outside and real world. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this with men, because I think that they're missing out on that piece.